Yo, PFG family, man, your boy is finally back. Yes, I know I've been gone for a while, but I had to take some time to regroup and change the direction of the channel. But listen, man, I did not come back empty-handed. Yes, man, as you're seeing on your screen right now, your boy did start a brand new channel, No Cap Shack. Now, don't worry, PFG is here to stay. Now, like I said, I did not come back empty-handed. Your boy is doing a gaming PC giveaway. Now, in order to win the giveaway, all you have to do is follow the directions that are pinned in the comment section below. And as soon as the new channel, the No Cap Shack channel, as soon as that channel reaches 2,500 subscribers, I will be announcing the winner of the brand new gaming PC. So with that being said, man, I definitely appreciate y'all staying down with me. Enough talking, let's get to the episode.
I can never fold, I can never break. Back against the ropes, I endure the pain. I'm asking, could you pray for me? Yeah. I'm asking, could you pray for me? Never broke the code, I stand on my name. And even in the cold, I walk through the rain. I'm asking, could you pray for me? I'm asking, could you pray for me? Yeah. Been through the rain, I ain't have a cold on, not a case I didn't ever cold.
Hey man, listen, I know I've been gone for a while, but I promise you it was for good reason. But say, we gonna get into all that. I got a huge night tonight and there's still quite a bit of work that needs to be done. So while I take care of a little bit of business, I'm gonna fill y'all in on everything that's been going on in my life over the past few years I've been gone. Man, bro, it's been a rough 24 hours, but I'm blessed to be able to say Alicia gave birth to a perfectly healthy, beautiful baby boy. After 6 hours in labor, she'd been extremely tired, so she'd been resting for the most part. Me, on the other hand, man, I've been all over the place. Between getting Josiah settled at my parents' house to constant calls from work, man, it's been hectic. Alright, so look, when I got the call that Alicia's water broke, man, it was at the worst possible time. I was actually in the middle of a meeting with a potential recruit over at the talent agency. It took me forever to convince this guy to come in for a one-on-one sit down, but he seemed to be understanding of the situation. Apparently Alicia and Josiah were out shopping when everything happened. Man, Josiah went full panic mode. I've told her about 100 times what to do if this was to happen, but man, all that coaching went straight out the window. I closed up shop over at the office and jumped straight in traffic en route to the hospital. Surprisingly, I beat the ambulance there. I've been trying to tell y'all, man, that black wing is fast as hell. As soon as I got to the hospital, I went straight to the cafeteria like any real nigga would. I swear, they be having the best food, bruh. Besides, I knew it would take a while for them to get Alicia prepped for delivery, so I figured I might as well grab lunch while I wait. After hours and hours and hours in labor, it was finally time for her to give birth. Man, she was in there crying and screaming, just being super extra, bruh. I ain't gonna lie, man, I was getting irritated. I know damn well the pain couldn't have been that bad, but I guess, man, it was what it was. So after about 6.5 hours in labor, I was finally able to look at my newborn son through the nursery glass. It was something about that moment that felt so surreal. I knew right then and there that all my moves going forward were gonna have to be calculated and planned out. With 2 kids in this world, it ain't no going backwards. Nah, success is my only option. So now let's fast forward a little bit. Yeah, we gonna jump ahead to about 3 months after Alicia gave birth. I found myself in a very dark place and shit. Honestly, things started to get a little spooky for a second. All the pressures of being a good father, husband, and business owner started to weigh on me. Stress mixed with alcohol, poor eating, and lack of sleep had me damn near unrecognizable. Meanwhile, Alicia was the complete opposite. I mean, she was already back in the gym and looking amazing. Her skin was glowing and her money was flowing. After months of preparation, she finally opened up her new dispensary, and it was on the rich side of town, so her profits damn near doubled what she was making before. On the other hand, man, my businesses weren't doing so well. The dealership was just barely breaking even, and Mud Made Customs was down in the dumps as well. I mean, we didn't have a custom build in months, which is extremely unnormal for this time of year. Now, the talent management agency, that became a complete failure. I mean, it got so bad that I completely let Dorian out of his contract and connected him with Virgil for representation. With my businesses starting to fail and all the pressures I had mentioned before, I began to look for a way out. And unfortunately, I found myself in a spot I never imagined I'd be in. I can honestly say this was my lowest point. I mean, I came here to this exact same spot 3 times with the intentions of ending it all, but I can never bring myself to do it. I knew things would only get worse if I didn't get help, so I finally came clean to Alicia about everything I've been going through. Shit, I was so embarrassed that I couldn't even look her in her face. I had to turn my back while I was coming clean. Man, let's just say, she didn't take it too well.
You were just gonna leave us behind? Did you even think about me? Did you think about the kids? Did you think about your mom, your dad, like anybody? Like, how selfish can you be?
After Alicia finished verbally whooping my ass, she finally took me to get some help. It's funny, the same guy that helped me save my marriage ended up being the same person that helped me save my life. Therapy was anything but easy, but it was definitely something I needed to go through. The doctor said I've been suffering from an extreme case of anxiety and depression that comes from a fear of failure. Shit, man, I couldn't agree more. But look, after things started to settle down, I took a step back from everything so I can regroup. I surrounded myself with family and nothing but love and positive vibes.
Say, man, I told y'all at the beginning of this series, I was gonna show you the good, the bad, and the ugly. Yeah, shit got bad there for a second, but just like every other time I was in a tough spot, I found my way out. But listen, good things happen to those who hustle. Y'all see me shining brighter now than ever before, right? Exactly. I mean, sometimes you just gotta disappear and get your bag right. Take control of your own future. That's always a better plan than waiting on the writing on the wall to appear. I came across that quote while reading 50 Cent's book, Hustle Harder, Hustle Smarter. I took those words to heart and set out to apply them to every aspect of my life. The first of which was the car dealership I worked so hard to build. With the economy on the way to another recession and interest rates at an all-time high, I knew it would only be a matter of time before I couldn't afford to keep the lights on anymore. One of the hardest decisions I've made was closing the doors to that place, but I knew it was the right thing to do. When I first started this series, all I had going for me was my mechanic shop. After shutting down the dealership and the talent agency, I found myself right back at square one. Look, in life you're gonna take losses, but the key is to learn from each loss so you don't end up repeating the same mistake in the future. If having all of those failed businesses taught me anything, it's that before I try to open a second business, I need to build my first business up so strong that it can survive without me. And well, shit, I did just that. I spent the next year and a half being totally committed to Mud Made Customs. In that time, we went from just being a small time body shop to becoming one of the premier body shops on the West Coast. A few of our custom builds went viral online and that attracted worldwide attention. Well, that attention led to me being featured on the cover of Car and Driver magazine. Look, man, being featured on that cover catapulted me to new heights. For the next few months, I found myself at all types of exclusive car industry events. It seemed like the more I told my story, the more my name grew. My clientele also expanded as well. I began doing work for many of Hollywood's biggest celebrities, the most famous being Toronto's very own Drizzy Drake. Look, I had finally reached the level of success I had always dreamed of. My family was great and my paper was straight. It was at that moment I knew it was time for me to make my next move. Alright y'all, we finally here. Opening night. Now we all worked extremely hard to get this place open, so let's not fumble the bag now. Look, everything y'all told me y'all needed, I made sure you had. So now all I need from you is to hold up the commitment you made when I hired you on to take this journey with me. So with that being said, man, we got about 2 hours until the doors open. Now I have a few last minute things I need to take care of up in my office. So Amber, if you want to go ahead and come up and do your last minute briefings, I'll see y'all back here shortly. So now that I brought everybody up to speed, let's get into the moves I made that landed me in the spot I'm in today. Alright, so look, I stacked up a large amount of cash over the years from Mud Made Customs and a few other smart investments. Now I'm not going to tell y'all the exact amount I was sitting on, but let's just say it was a lot. Anyways, I felt then was the perfect time to go ahead and invest in another stream of income. So that's when I took my business plan to an old friend, Virgil Simmons. After going over all my plans with Virgil, he put me in contact with his nephew, Andre Simmons. Apparently he's had his hand in a lot of the new real estate developments going up around town, and Virgil figured he'd be interested in my plan. Now upon meeting Buddy, I ain't gonna lie, I was a little bit hesitant because obviously he was a stranger and I didn't know where he was getting his money from, but after several meetings, man, all that apprehension went out the window. We locked in together for the next 8 months developing a bulletproof business plan. Once we hashed out all the details, it was finally time to put the plan in motion. The first thing we needed to do was secure a building. Now I had already had a few spots in mind, but Andre used a few of his real estate connections to get us a spot right off of Sunset Boulevard, which if you ask me, that's the perfect location. Next we needed to focus on the renovation. As you can see, the building needed quite a bit of work on the inside, but that was expected. Again, Andre used several connections that he had to come through and fix things up, and then I added a few personal touches to add some life to the building. Once the renovations was done, it was finally time to put a team together. Now when it comes to a nightclub, security is always most important. I wanted to maintain a professional image and not just hire a bunch of intimidating ex-cons to protect my asset. So I decided to bring back the old security team I had over at Alicia's first dispensary. Next, I needed a second in command to handle all the day-to-day things I won't have time for. Well, that's where Amber came into the picture. Andre insisted on having her be a part of the management team. Apparently they have some work history together and he felt she would be a good fit for the position. So I went ahead and allowed her to fill the bartender and the bottle service jobs. Now, speaking of bottle service, alcohol is a very vital part of any nightclub because that's where you're going to get the majority of your revenue. I wanted to make sure we had all the premium brand names available on hand and then also a few local brands as well. I got things set up to where now we get a bulk delivery each Tuesday. That way our inventory stays full at all times. So now y'all see where I've been all this time. Yeah, your boy been putting in that work. Anyways, I just got word that tonight's artist just arrived and the doors are about to open. So I'm on my way back upstairs. But say, many other aspects of my life have changed and I promise to update y'all in the next episode. In the meantime, do your boy a favor and head over to my new channel and check out the video I just posted. But look, things are about to get crazy here at the club, so I'm gonna tap back in with y'all later.
Never broke the code, I stand on my name. And even in the cold,